Hi guys, it's Dr. Roz.
And it's your man Kil, Marriage Exposed. We back in effect.
Yay!
Got good news, got bad news. We'll set off with some bad news. I gotta give a rest in peace shout out to my man Jovan Parker. This cat I went to high school with, he passed away Tuesday night.
Oh.
Real good dude. As soon as I heard it just took me back to freshman year at Lincoln, all back in Philly. Good dude, always made you laugh, always made you smile. Always wanted to battle and dance, and just a real good dude. So
what happened?
Diabetes complications. He passed away during an operation. So
Well, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, no doubt. And we got a great Marriage Exposed following and a great Marriage Exposed family on Facebook. So when one of my homegirls her daughter went missing, a lot of people showed concern and was sharing it on their page and everything like that. So I just ask that y'all keep the Parker family in your prayers, his mother, and just to hold it down. It's gotta be hard to lose a child. So that's the bad news, but Roz, give him some of the good news.
Guess what, guys? We were nominated, or not so much as nominated, but we were voted as one of the best African American blogs that you should be reading in 2013.
One of the best Black blogs.
Well, it said Black and African American that you should be reading in 2013. So I really would like to give a shout out to singleblackmale.org for nominating us. It was quite a surprise. And you know what, Kil? It just lets us know that we are helping.
Yeah.
We
were listed with some heavy hitters on there. So,
yeah, we were. It was great to be in the mix of them.
We're doing something good. But we got a lot of questions, a lot of comments, so we're going to get jumped right to it. First one. Dr. Roz and Kil, I've been married 2 years, and so far, for the most part, everything has been working out. We've had our little spats and arguments, but nothing that ever really exploded until last week. Basically, what happened is there's a couple that we're both cool with. The wife told me that she had an affair about a year ago, but she swore me to secrecy because she knew that if I told my husband that he would tell her husband. So we did. So I held on to the secret for a year, and secret is in parentheses. I mean in quotations.
Okay.
So that leads me to believe she didn't really feel like it was a secret.
Secret, gotcha.
So I held on to this secret for a year, but last week she broke down and told her husband, and he asked who else knew, and she told him me. So he called and cursed out my husband because he thought that my husband knew, but he didn't tell him, but my husband didn't know. Which then led to him getting mad at me for not telling him and keeping the secret from him. I told him that I was sworn to secrecy and that I told her I wouldn't tell anyone, but he felt as though I betrayed him and picked my friend over him. Now he thinks I've been quote-unquote lying to him for a year and that I quote-unquote don't trust him to keep a secret. I personally don't think I did anything wrong in this whole situation, but now I'm left with a husband who's pissed at me beyond belief, and I don't think he should be. Who's right and who's wrong?
I don't know if there's a right or wrong in this situation, but what I do know is that secrets and infidelity destroys families. It's just the reality. I think it's very unfair that that her friend kind of threw her under the bus. It was her drama,
right? And
no one else should have been brought into her drama. And I just think that her friend,
but I mean,
really wasn't being a friend.
Y'all know how y'all women are. Y'all gotta tell somebody, so you tell your best friend.
I got that.
I think that it has to just kind of be a situation where it's set up like most of my peoples know, don't tell me something if I can't tell too.
Yeah.
Like if it's one of those.
Don't put me in a situation where I have to lie to my husband.
Don't put me in a situation where I'm gonna be set up to fail, because that's exactly what she did.
Don't use me as your cover up. I mean, and I bet you she probably did use her.
But the thing is they've been married 2 years. So it's not like they've been married and really
a long time,
through the knowing and it's a trial and error. I mean, I understand where your husband is coming from. I'm not saying he's right. My thing is that's how he feels. Yeah. So those are his feelings.
And it's okay for him to feel that way. I mean, because he does feel betrayed.
Right.
So
the thing is like I said, for me, people know, don't tell me anything that I can't tell my wife, because you're putting me now in a situation. Because I understand what the woman was saying. It's almost like in Jungle Fever. You did see Jungle Fever, right? Oh, God. Well, Wesley Snipes told Spike Lee's character he had an affair. And then Spike Lee told his wife, who in return told Wesley Snipes' wife.
Gotcha.
So I understand. It's understanding it from all the standpoints. From the friend standpoint, it's like you said, don't if it's a secret, and it's funny because Naomi has this book that I read to her, and it's about secrets, and it's like the moral of the story is once you tell somebody else, it's no longer a secret.
Right.
So, because in the book it's like that game of telephone, the secret went all around. She told it, got back, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I told you." But the moral was once you tell somebody, it's no longer a secret.
No longer a secret.
So if you decide to bang another dude on your husband, that just needs to be between you and God.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
so I think from the friend standpoint...
Unfortunately, I agree with that.
From the friend standpoint right there, she shouldn't even put her friend in a situation. Like, don't tell nobody this is going on.
Well, she shouldn't have put her in that situation if she wasn't going to protect her all the way to the end.
But then the thing is that this is why secrets aren't good. Because everybody has a moment, you know, coming to Jesus moment where it's like, oh my God, I've been keeping this secret for 15 years. I got to let it out. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you know, now the husband is man. So he's like, well, who else knew? And it's like, now she doesn't want to lie. So now... You know.
Well, unfortunately, I think in that situation, because at the end of the day, people are not forgiven when they feel like people have betrayed them.
Right.
And so now he's never going to be able to trust this couple who had nothing to do with the infidelity.
Right. And then the dude is salty because he's like, I thought
we were
my
cool.
husband, your husband knew. So
yeah.
So all that to say, again, like Roz said, I don't think there's a lot of right and wrong. I think your priority has to be making your husband understand where you were coming from. What I've learned in 12 years of marriage is that they're your feelings. You know, you have the right to feel that way. He feels that way not because of he just woke up one morning and made it up off the top of, you know, his head.
And it's probably something that happened to make him feel that way.
I mean, it is. Yeah. No, I'm saying
other stuff in his past.
But even if it's not any other stuff, I know you're about to do the PhD and start digging in somebody's past. I'm just talking about from what we're talking about. You did something. He has the right to feel that.
Yeah.
Now, whether you meant to make him feel that way or not, it don't even matter about that.
Yeah.
You did something, and this is the reaction from it.
And you know what? Honestly, maybe you need to take a time out from those friends, because unfortunately, her bad decisions has now affected your marriage, which is totally unfair to you two.
Right.
So maybe you guys need to take a time out from that. And discuss why he's so upset. Because maybe it's more so of, well, if you said you were out with her, were you doing something too? And so now she's put you in a situation to where your husband is now questioning you, which is not fair because you haven't done anything wrong.
But I don't know if he's questioning her like, yo, are you out banging some dude? It's just, if you keep a secret, and I've heard this from women, that if you keep a secret, you're initially lying.
Yeah.
You know, so... For now, since women have made that statement, now it's time for y'all to own it. And for this chick to own that statement and to understand that you've been keeping a secret.
I think she does.
So in terms, well, I don't know, because it keeps putting like quotations. So it's like, secret, I've been lying. Like she doesn't feel like she was really keeping a secret. Or she doesn't really feel like she was lying. All I'm saying is, you know, when dudes do it, if I keep a secret, then it's a lie. So, you know, now the shoe's on the other foot. So at the end of the day, you kept a secret. Let's just deal with the facts. Not about what you felt like you was doing. You kept a secret, which in turn, if he was keeping a secret, he'd be lying, right? So you was lying. You were keeping a secret, whether you were keeping a good secret or she probably just feels like, yo, it wasn't about us.
Yeah.
So I'm not keeping a secret about our marriage. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got to understand. And it's just, like I said, for me, don't tell me nothing that I can't tell T. So if you cheated and you don't want me to tell T in fear that she's going to tell your wife, don't even tell me. Just keep it to yourself and keep me out of the woods. So at the end of the day, it's never nothing for T to be like, oh, you kept a secret or anything like that. So I just think you got to get your husband to understand that, yo, you know, and because you're only 2 years in, you're still like newlyweds. So you don't get the whole game of marriage yet.
He's still trying to figure it out.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's really more so explaining to him like, look, okay, this is what happened. Now we know moving forward. Moving forward, I will do Kil's thing, and I will not, if I can't tell my husband, don't tell me. And in that way, it won't be any more secrets. I didn't think it was really a secret because it didn't have anything to deal with us. You know, I really didn't think I was lying because it's not like you ever came to me and was like, yo, did such and such cheat on his wife? And I said, no. You know, so I think it's just right now at this time of point, y'all just got to have to sit down, talk it out, and just explain to him where you're coming from. But the biggest thing is don't belittle his feelings. because y'all hate when we do that to y'all. Y'all despise it. So
don't
belittle it.
Don't minimize it.
You know, like, because at the end of the day, he feels this way because it's something you did.
Yeah.
That's the moral to the story. You did something.
Well, she was an accomplice.
Yeah. Yeah. Accomplices go to jail.
Yeah, they do. So you're just as guilty as your girlfriend.
I won't go that far.
No.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, but she ain't making dude.
Then you just said accomplices go to jail?
Yeah.
So it was a wrong. If you weren't constantly, for the last year, in your friend's ear, like, you don't need to be doing this, don't do this, okay, I love you, I got your back, let's talk about what you're doing kind of thing, then you kind of was promoting it.
All right. Well, moral to the story, sit down with your man, your husband, chop it up with him, and let him know that your intent wasn't to keep a secret. You were just trying to be a good friend. I don't know you, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that that's all you were trying to do, was be a good friend. You know, especially with women, you know, most men may not need to go around and tell nobody they cheated, but women, y'all talk, y'all the communicators, y'all gotta run y'all mouths. So it's by nature. So I think at the end of the day, Shorty was just trying to be a good friend.
And it backfired.
And it backfired. So moving forward, you just know how to freak it better. So questions, comments, marriageexposed@gmail.com. Check out the website, marriage-exposed.com. One of the dopest black blogs, African American blogs to go to in 2013. You should be reading. We got a lot of dope stuff up there, so come check us out. I'm your man Kil.
And I'm Dr. Roz.
Keep it locked.